how do you think China can effectively counter the resurgence of right-wing ideology, militarism, and expansionist thinking towards Japan in the future?
Firstly, we need to think carefully about what kind of effect we want to achieve by taking sanctions against Japan's mistaken actions. Some of the sanctions we are taking now may have been taken before. In the past, once there were any conflicts between China and Japan, we would adopt similar sanctions. And because there are many conflicts between China and Japan, so over time such situations may occur frequently. The general public, including the Japanese government, may make a misjudgment and think that this time is similar to before. It may be sanctioned for a period of time, or the relationship may be cold for a period of time. In a few days, due to some opportunity, it will suddenly reconcile, which I don't think is a particularly good thing. Over time, a cycle will form. Japan does something inappropriate, takes a big step forward, and then we adopt some countermeasures to show our attitude. But we always withdraw some because of some opportunity. But the other party didn't retreat from their step and eventually reached a state of gradually testing our limits. So I think it's very important for us to think clearly about what kind of effect we want to achieve for every time sanctions. Secondly, we must make it clear to Japan that the Taiwan issue is one that Japan must not meddle with. This is something we need to make very clear and not give Japan any room for erroneous imagination and judgment. On this basis, economic sanctions must still be implemented. But to what extent and in what way we need to do it needs to be considered comprehensively. We need to minimize our own impact and maximize our impact on Japan as much as possible. Once I saw an interesting chart comparing the economic sanctions between China and Japan. I found that in the overall socio-economic operation of Japan, China's sanction against Japan prevented from exporting to us. These projects may only account for 20 to 30% of its exports. But on the contrary, the Japanese economy relies more on our imports, such as the independence of production of rare earth. Microelectronic components may counter for 70 to 80% or more. So I think if the next step is to impose sanctions, it may not only be about restricting imports, but also about restricting exports. Furthermore, I believe that in addition to economic sanctions, it is also necessary to prepare for military conflict. Take in a harsh sentence, that is, sit still and wait for the right moment in this matter.